I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Head over to sports.
Sports.
Good morning, Eagle Eye Nation. Today's Thursday, March 3rd, and here are your announcements. Today, absolutely nothing is going on.
Tomorrow, though, boatload of activities.
Yeah.
Make sure you stay tuned to find out all the things going on, like state robotics at Cross County Community Schools.
Yeah. Saturday, district speech at Columbus SCOTUS. State robotics at Cross County Community Schools.
And Sunday, I bet you couldn't guess, there is no activities.
But we do have a new announcement. There will be a meeting for all girls who are planning to play softball next fall on Friday, March 4th at 310 in Coach Price's room 309.
Also, UNK Honor Choir has been rescheduled for Monday, April 4th.
Anyone in that Colton?
Me.
No. Carson. You're in a choir? On a choir?
Never have.
Oh, yeah.
That's on station.
I was in that too.
I was in that too. Let's go.
May or may not have been for the trip.
No. Never. Today
No.
for lunch.
That's not why.
Freshly baked, fresh out of the oven, ham and cheese sub with some super spectacular nachos, barbecue rib sandwich,
No.
turkey and
The
cheddar
McRib.
dog.
These are actually fire.
No, they're not.
Oh, those are fire.
They're horrible.
They're good.
Also, zesty black beans and fruit and veggie bar.
Very interesting today.
Very exquisite lunch today,
Yeah. Looking at today's weather, we're gonna refresh.
just to get the most accurate results.
Yeah, for you guys. Okay. The temp is currently 26 degrees. It's gonna be mostly cloudy with a high of 45 and a low of 29.
Friday, wow, they put it a lot warmer than it was yesterday. High of 60 and a low of 29.
Saturday, wintry mix with a high of 39 and a low of 15. I think that's warmer than we've said previously in the week.
I think they're making it a little warmer
Good.
as the week goes on. Sunday, chance of snow though, still, with a high of 30 and a low of 15.
Monday, clearing with a high of 35 and a low of 17.
Tuesday, sunny with a high of 41 and a low of 19.
And Wednesday, rain and snow with a high of 39. Boo-hoo.
Days.
Is National World Book Day.
That's a very broad book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday was Go Read Day? Right?
Okay.
Right? Yesterday was Go Read Day.
Yeah.
It's also National World Wildlife Day.
Also, World What If Cats and Dogs had Opposable Thumbs Day. What's that?
Like, the crap stuff. Like, we have opposed.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if dogs and cats could pick things up, what would that be like day?
Mm.
National Anthem Day.
See how that's a soccer team.
National Canadian Bacon Day.
I like International Irish Whiskey Day in the Irish capital.
National Cold Cuts Day.
Mulled Wine Day?
Mule.
Mulled Wine Day.
Jewish Book Week.
Yeah,
Endometriosis Awareness Week.
Could you explain? What is it? Yeah, please.
Endometriosis is a disease that many women wish they were told about sooner because it sometimes takes until the late 30s, early 40s to be diagnosed. Many end up suffering the symptoms of the disease for years. That does not tell us anything about it. Occurs when the
Okay.
lining of the uterus. Okay.
And
And now we're just gonna head over to sports.
Stop at your local Blush Boutique and Tan in O'Neill, Nebraska for all of your clothing, shoe, and tanning needs. Enjoy a wide variety of clothes. Classy and casual shoes. And a UV 12-minute tanning bed, as well as a spray tan booth. Stop in today.
Welcome back, everybody, to EEB. We're back with your sports. Sorry, I'm really tired today. Good morning, Kyler.
Morning, Carson.
Oh, I guess we forgot to introduce ourselves.
I'm
But
Tyler.
you know us. You know us. It's all right. Looking at the NBA last night, the Hornets, well, because we don't have any sports going on locally this week other than track practice starting. So, looking at the NBA, Hornets beat the Cavs 119-98.
Pacers beat the Magic 122-114.
76ers beat the Knicks 123-108.
Rockets fall to the Jazz 132-127.
Bucks take down the Heat 120-119.
Kings fall to the Pelicans 125-95.
Thunder beat the Nuggets 119-107.
And Suns blaze their way to a victory against the Trailblazers 120-90.
How you feeling about that, Momo?
D-Book is locked down right now. So, he's in protocol. So we can win.
Tonight we've got the Bulls and the Hawks,
The Grizzlies and the Celtics.
the Heat and the Nets,
Pistons and Raptors.
the Warriors and Mavericks. This is a little bit of a rematch after their last bout where the Mavericks came out on top.
The Kings looking to reign over the Spurs.
And to wrap up the night in Crypto.com Arena in LA, we got the Lakers and the Clippers showing down. And just to let you guys know, Chelsea won yesterday 3-2.
I don't care.
Came back. We were down 2-1. We came back and won 3-2 because we're goated. It's my.
Baseball hasn't started yet. So
You know what? If you knew a thing or two about soccer, you would know that it means a lot more to soccer fans than like a person that actually cares about
You kick
their
a
team.
ball into a net.
It's difficult to do.
no, it's not. The goal is like
We're gonna have an episode of playing soccer just to see how tired these guys will be.
Put an unexperienced soccer player like me, and I'll kick goals, and you be the goalie. And tell me that it's hard.
Okay, here's the thing though. I'm not a goalie. I'll give you Evan. I'll give you Evan Kopecky. Evan Kopecky plays in goal.
Wow.
Evan Kopecky or like Braxton Stoffer plays in goal, or
Beast off.
I don't think who else. I don't really know anybody else that plays in goal. Call up Riley Fisher. Yeah, the thing is you run for 90 minutes. It's a difficult thing
See,
to do.
I don't care about soccer, but I don't play it.
John, you would not
John
not
Coates.
live through a soccer game. Okay.
Good work, John.
You would not live.
So really, you're not running. You're on the left side
It's
of the field.
it's
Hold on.
okay.
If you're on the left side of the field and the ball's on the right side of the field, majority of the time you're really not running, and vice versa. If you're on the right side of the field,
And if you're the goalie,
exactly.
The
so
goalie doesn't do a lot of running, of
the
course.
defenders. Or
It
the
depends. First of all, it depends on your formation that you're playing. Depends on the position that you play. Midfielders run like up and down the most. I'm a striker in the middle.
John
Here's-
does not
here's
care.
my job.
John does not care.
Here's my job. Here's my job as a striker.
John, switch
My-
it.
I have to do a lot of.
We're gonna go to talk show
running.
Thursday,
I have to do,
and
like, a lot of, like,
yeah, go John.
drives,
Go John.
which I have to be fast enough to be able to.
He's
do
not running
that.
it back.
I have to. It has to be
JC's
like
not
off
running
the
it
ball.
back.
I always have to be ready. It's short, quick drives, and it's difficult because you got to time them right.
Talk show Thursday.
Whatever, let's
Go
just go
John.
to talk show. Gosh,
Go
dang
talk
it.
to John.
Welcome to another day in the middle of everywhere. where every second of sunshine, every dream, and every waking moment is everything we'll ever need. There's no place quite like our middle of everywhere. We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome back to Talk Show.
Welcome back to a loaded talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to participate today.
We're talking about soccer today.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Okay,
Okay, we
Kirsten,
can have
I'll
a
give you
good
30
debate
seconds
about
to.
soccer.
Kirsten, I'm starting a stopwatch, and I'll tell you when. You get 30 seconds to freely talk about soccer.
30 seconds.
Yes.
And when it's up, you have
30
to
seconds to make a pure argument.
A pure argument for why about what?
Why we need to have a segment on soccer.
Okay, are you prepared?
Why you mean why you should give me
Here.
more time to talk
Here,
about soccer?
I'll give you
Yes.
40 seconds because I'm feeling generous.
Okay.
All right, ready? 3, 2.
No, hey, we can't interrupt him as well.
Yeah,
this
right.
is like
No,
uninterrupted
yeah, right.
40 seconds.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Statistically, first of all, soccer is the most popular sport in the entire world. Second of all, it is one, I'm not going to say the most, but one of the most difficult sports in the world to play. Specifically because of the running and the shape and the athleticism that you have to perform well in the sport, like most athletes do. Fourth of all, it is one of the most competitive sports there is. One of the most competitive sports because of the different nations and leagues that you have going on in the world. It's a lot more competitive in the higher leagues over in Europe.
And that's time.
Okay, there you go.
Kyler.
Okay, we currently have a degree of difficulty sports rating here, and we are going to list them off. We have boxing, number 2, ice hockey, number 3, football,
What was
4,
number 1?
basketball, 5, wrestling, 6, martial arts, 7, tennis. You guys lost the tennis. 8, gymnastics, 9, baseball and softball, and coming in at number 10, barely nudging out skiing and alpine, water polo.
Okay, but I don't believe this.
Rodeo steer wrestling.
No,
which
this is why I don't believe this. It's ranked above rugby. Okay, that's gotta be the most janked up list I've
No,
ever seen.
rugby,
in my life.
rugby you literally get
Now-
smoked all the time.
now rodeo
It's like
is
football,
Yeah,
just on
no
crack.
pads.
Okay, yeah.
Rugby is literally football on crack. They just smoke each other with no pads.
Exactly, and they're saying that soccer is more difficult than that. I don't necessarily
Hey,
agree with that.
Carson,
but when it comes to like the actual physical like strength and agility and speed that you have to have, it is on a much higher level.
I'm just
than
gonna
it would be for baseball.
No.
Not higher than boxing.
Yeah.
It'd be higher
Search
than you
up
would
the most
have to
popular
for
sport.
baseball or
It
basketball.
is soccer because it's
No,
worldwide.
definitely
That
not
is true.
basketball.
No, it's cricket.
Absolutely
No,
basketball.
and definitely not baseball.
I think
Absolutely. Okay, that's
if
just
you
that's
think,
just
if you think
ignorant.
running
about
is
it.
if you think running is
No,
hard
okay.
part, there's a
So
Baseball's
tell me
not
what
easy.
soccer player can throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball or
No one, that's why they're-
I said over. I didn't just say.
the plate to
Okay,
the bottom of the
listen.
plate
Statistic at the
and
beginning was
hit
right.
that.
His statistics in beginning was right.
Yes, that is expected.
Here's the thing, Baron.
That is
It's not just if you look at a baseball player. If you look at a baseball player, you have to play soccer. You have to be in a much better shape. You can't just have like upper body strength to hit the ball well or to throw the ball well. You have to be overall in good form.
So then, what do you call an outfielder?
Yeah, okay.
So like if
Godfrey might have
outfielders-
made about this
or
since I played baseball.
or you're
Go
a
on.
shortstop having to run to get a ground ball all
Yeah,
the way over
you
at
don't-
third
Of course you
base
have to
and
be
then
in.
throw it all
Of
the way
course you
over
have to
to
be in
first
good
base.
shape. You have to be in good form to do it. But you're not running as much or as fast or as hard
If you're an
as soccer
outfielder,
players
and you
are.
also don't play in
An
Colorado with
outfielder runs more
Ayers.
than a goalie does, and more than a.
That's like saying any soccer player runs more than the catcher, Baron. Of course. they do.
Catchers do run a
and
lot
the
though,
people
because they have to back up throws to first.
Yeah,
because there's no
that's-
runners
yeah.
on base. They have to go back up throws to first.
Goalies have to run out for a stray ball if they kick it long and their defenders aren't there for it.
That's soccer though.
An outfielder
Oh,
runs
the-
just as much.
But they
as
also
a
don't have
does.
gear on.
I
They don't
think
have gear on.
wait, I
That's
have
not even
wait,
true. That's
I have
not
to
true.
settle. I have to
So
settle.
true.
I have to settle. We live in a democracy. Let's just vote.
Yeah, let's vote.
The vote's not going in my way. I already
that
know
sucks,
it's not.
doesn't it?
Well, hey, you never know that. Let's take the vote.
Baron,
Let's
here's
take
the
the
thing.
vote.
Here's the thing.
Let's
I
take
want
the
to
vote.
argue
Let's
this.
take
You
the
cannot
vote.
you cannot tell me with a straight face that an outfielder runs more than a striker when you don't even watch
What's a
soccer.
striker?
Oh, hands down, a outfielder runs more than.
That is the most ignorant
yes,
thing.
That is.
If you actually
Hands
knew,
down.
that is the most ignorant thing that
Hands
you could
down.
possibly
Wait,
say.
okay, so what is our claim at hand that we are voting on? Please.
Outfielders.
That is
in
what we're talking
baseball.
about. No one cares. at
Okay,
that
then
point.
what do you want the claim to be?
Soccer versus baseball
Okay, which.
is more difficult.
Instagram poll.
Okay, all that think baseball is more difficult, raise your hand. See? All that think soccer is more difficult.
All who don't care.
Looks like it's
Hey, that's a double vote.
looks like it was a 3-2 vote.
Here,
Soccer
here,
won,
Can we get
baby.
Baron and Carson in a picture and I'll post it on the Instagram and do a poll? What is more difficult, baseball
Yes,
or soccer?
I'm with that.
See, but no, the thing
Okay,
is, I
get the
legit showed
picture.
Baron a video that have a pitch. It's coming at you 99 miles an hour.
Mhm.
It's coming straight and it dips down to the right corner because
So
it was a two-seam
curveball,
fastball.
knuckle curve, 12
but hear about this.
curve, sweeping
Guess
curve,
what? You have a lot of those in soccer too.
Screwball.
You've got curves, you've got knuckleballs, and as a goalkeeper trying to block those in the big.
Catcher trying to catch
You want to talk about the big goal? You want to talk about
Catch a
it's easy to
curveball
get a
off the
goal, whatever.
Catch
The
a
goalkeeper's
curveball
job
off
is
the
not easy. Because if you've got somebody like Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo taking a free kick where they can curve it and knuckleball it into any corner, and you've got to block that,
But
that's
not
not an easy
everyone-
thing to do.
Not
Baron.
every daily person is a Messi or Ronaldo, though.
Okay,
Ooh,
but
that's
even not top tier talent. I'll give you somebody like Christian Pulisic. He's a phenomenal penalty taker. Phenomenal penalty taker. He bends it top corner during a penalty. That is like one of the most difficult things for a goalkeeper to do is stop something that gets put right in the top corner.
But also,
But you're telling me that is harder to hit. You're telling me a goalie, when you have a soccer ball that is this big, has a harder job than a batter does to hit a 4-seam, 2-seam, screwball, slider, 12-6 curve, sweeping curve, palm ball.
You get a lot more chances to swing at the ball than a goalkeeper does to save a ball.
see,
Yes,
Also-
that, but the ball is like this
All right,
big.
guys, the poll is
You
live.
also have a much smaller box to swing in.
The poll is live.
You have a much smaller area that you can hit the ball where
See,
it'll count against you.
baseball
than a
100%
goalkeeper's
is more
job.
difficult. I just put
You just. The thing is, with a goalkeeper, you can't even really argue that because a goalkeeper has a much wider box that he has to work with. In baseball, you have a small box where the pitcher has to put it where it'll count against the batter. The batter has a small box that he has to hit within where it'll count against him. The goalkeeper has a much wider box that he himself has to protect.
So
The
then
batter
that's the
himself
pitcher's
has to
job
protect
too,
too.
as well. Because a
Exactly.
smart batter
Lil Durk or
can
King
pay
Von?
attention to
Yeah,
that.
you
So a
go to the
pitcher's
right
job is
page,
way
SNL,
more
which
difficult.
Yeah, hey,
Same with the guy taking the dang shot at the goalie.
come back next week.
You
Come
can
back next
technically use your
Wednesday
whole
with a
body in
10-page
soccer.
essay in MLA format.
No,
No.
let's do APA.
Yeah, I like APA.
But also,
Yeah.
you got a pitch who's coming at you at 106 miles an hour.
You've got a soccer ball at an average speed of like 50 to 60 miles per hour coming at you sometimes.
I'll say it like this. I think professional soccer is harder than professional baseball, but I think locally, baseball is much harder than local soccer.
Oh, absolutely, because the kids that play AYSO, like it's not even like. I mean, it's fun for me because I love soccer, but it's not hard because I'm playing against like little short kids that have never played soccer
Me.
before.
Okay, can I put this in? Is baseball harder than soccer? Yes, it requires a lot of endurance more than baseball. So that
It's
is
saying
on
that.
you.
Yeah.
Baseball is
1
the
point.
hardest game. Is a harder game than soccer. There are more strategy and decisions to take on a pitch on the mound or the right time to put a pinch hitter or pinch runner into a game.
Not necessarily.
Coaching.
Here's why I'm going to argue this. In the game of soccer, you have a lot of different teams. Okay, you have a lot of different teams. You just have the MLB. This is your argument. Is the MLB? You look at a team like Chelsea. We play in the Premier League. We play teams in Italy, France, you name it. Like other teams in Europe in the Champions League. We play smaller teams. Like we played a team from Brazil in the Club World Cup. All of these different teams have different strategies, different formations that our team has to look at and figure out how to compete against.
Okay, same with Little League World Series.
Did you just say little?
That's baseball.
Hey,
You know what? Fair point.
also with baseball, you have to go up against like the different strategies of teams and how they're going to pitch people. Because some teams, the Brewers a couple years ago came out with an opener, not a starter, so they had an opener go about 3 innings. Then they'd have another guy come in for a couple, or another reliever come in for a little bit more innings.
Right.
So not all teams will go to a designated starter, and then you have to worry.
Same with soccer.
And you have to go with a two-way player for some people like Shohei Ohtani, when you're throwing 100 and also hitting
Who even are
balls
these
450 feet.
Same with soccer. You look at a guy like
Not so
N'Golo
much
Kante. He's a central defensive midfielder.
Jordan Carter.
So not only is he like playing back and also a strong
The guy who
defensive
won
player,
Jeopardy.
but
Good
he also gets
player.
forward on the offense and is seen like taking shots as well. So he's a two-way player as well.
All right.
That's just
we're
one example.
ending this
All right, that's
subject.
it for your talk show today, folks.
Maybe maybe one more topic other than sports. Anyone? Track
Track.
season.
Track started
That's so
2 days ago.
Yeah, it's still sports.
Yeah, but yeah,
Well,
yeah. Melina, track.
Reese, are you guys going to Dan Lennon?
no, we have the ACT Cup.
Yeah, juniors can't go. Stay
Reese
away.
is going to Nebraska one.
We have no idea.
No, ACT.
Oh, Reese, do you know who your 3 throwers are probably going to be? You, Maddie, and
Me.
Probably Mighty J.
we have me and Joey. We don't know.
Me.
What?
Yeah.
I'm
Me,
not there.
who, and what?
We have me and Joey so far.
And me.
Lori doesn't know who our third one is going to be yet.
Rick and
Probably
Bodie.
freshman.
Probably
Hey,
Rick and
say who
Bodie.
ours is?
Rick and Bodie.
No.
Take Reese
We
away.
don't talk about you guys half the time when we're
Rick
talking.
and Bodie.
Yeah, you guys only talk about yourselves.
Lori looked at me when you guys left. He goes, I think they were just waiting for me to tell them to leave.
Yeah, that's what we do every day.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.